Hey, this is Jennifer Hensley with Playmaker Coaching. We're back with some winning plays for you this week to help you up level your business, play your position, score more ideal clients, create more raving fans. So today we're talking about that dreaded, what do I post? What do I share in terms of my content? Oh, feeling like it's overwhelming, or sometimes just easier just to say, I can skip it, right? But we know how important our digital presence is to consumers, that they're going to look us up. They want to know us. They want to like us. They want to trust us. So let's talk today about how you can avoid that content block and make your content really simple and easy with lots of ideas. So you never have to wonder, like, what can I share? So let's start with 5 things that you can do that are really easy. You can get started with right away. Number 1 is just look at your calendar. What do you have on your calendar that might be something you can share? Did you have an office meeting with your team, or an outside speaker that you got to hear speak about something that resonated to you? And you can talk about, hey, here's how we're growing and learning more. Did you have an offsite event or community involvement event maybe that week that you can talk about things that you're doing to be involved in the community and give back? Did you meet with somebody who just celebrated that they had a baby or that they launched a new business, and maybe you can say something more, congratulations, or a team member that you have that had a birthday or an anniversary? So look at your calendar and just say, hey, what's happened this week that might not really be that amazing or that crazy, but people want to know about it. It makes you seem more real because it is your real life. It's authentic to what's going on with your life and your business. So that's number 1. Number 2, along those same lines, is you can look at kind of what holidays exist. We have a great tool to help clients with this, and you can easily search this, that there's a day of the week for everything or a month for everything, right? Of like, it's bring your kid to work day, or I think today is actually Taco Tuesday. So you can find some things. You definitely don't want to do everything, but are there some ones that really feel relevant to you, to your business, to your personality, to your interest and your passions? If you work with a lot of tech people, maybe there's some fun tech ones, or maybe they really like Star Wars and you'd want to do something around Star Wars Day. What are some ones that you might be able to utilize to have some fun, show some personality, let people in? So number 3, along the lines of what's going on, what's real in your world, is what are you hearing? What's coming up in conversations that you're having with clients or potential clients? Are there questions that they asked you this week, or a case study of like, hey, here's what they were struggling with that you can share? Because you can do this in a compliant manner that just lets other people know that, wow, I'm not the only one that has this question, or maybe I didn't realize that you could help with that. So using that real examples of what you're hearing, what language are people actually using to talk about why they want to meet with you and have a conversation, or when they have that light bulb moment that you were able to help them with, really will resonate and go a long ways. And we have to hear things many times, because I know if you're like me, you ask me to explain what even my brothers do, I'd be like, I don't know, or they kind of do this. It's hard to describe for even those of us that sometimes are closest to people, what they do and how they can really help people. And then number 4, create a calendar. This will really liberate you by starting to create a calendar and saying, hey, we're going to post every Wednesday or Friday, or we're going to post 2 times a week or once a month. Starting to put that in place. It's not always going to be that way, but you can start to build consistency and maybe a theme to your message that makes it easier. I was talking with somebody recently, and she was trying to figure out, like, how do I talk about, I think it was maybe her running groups or things that she does outside the office. And we're like, well, maybe there's a way that you could do, like, every Friday is like this Fit Friday. And that's where it can be whether it's mindset or physical or whatever that is. Maybe you can wrap that all together, and now it has kind of a theme, and it feels a little bit more connected and memorable. So, there's different things you can do. I do like Motivational Monday. I know I'm always going to put out something kind of motivational Monday. So that makes my content each week really easy because I know what I'm looking for. And it's really easy to then start to see it, right? Just like we talk about when you want to buy a car and you decide what type of car, once you've made that decision, you start to see it. Same way of starting to think about your content. When you're looking for it, all of a sudden, they'll start to appear opportunities to have some of these content that you can easily share out. And then number 5, this is a really important one. One of the things that I think you should be doing every month is be talking about your brand messaging. What is your value proposition? What is different about the way you think about things? When everybody else tells you X, this is what I think. What do you believe? What are your core values? What is your mission statement? Who do you help and what problems do you solve? You can do this in so many different ways, just like I just rattled off probably like 5 or 6 different ways that you can talk about your brand message. But putting that out there on a regular basis will really help people remember, like, here's who you really can help the most. That as you talk about sharing your ideal client, and once again, those problems you solve, people start to remember and start to introduce you more to those people. So remember these 5 things that are easy ways. Even if you take one of these, get started somewhere today and it will help tremendously. So look at your calendar. What's on your calendar that you can talk about? What holidays maybe are relevant to you or your audience? What are you hearing when you're actually talking with prospects or clients? What can you put on your calendar as some regular content on a regular basis to make it really easy that you're always going to do this type of content? And what can you share about your brand message? I hope this helps you to eliminate ever having to say, what can I post, or feel like you're dealing with content block. If you want some tools to help you create that calendar or look at those holidays and pick out some that might be relevant for you, send me a DM. We'll be happy to share that with you. Happy to have a conversation and talk about this further, because we don't ever want you to feel stuck, because sharing your message is the number one thing that you have control over. So get out there, be able to help people know you, to like you, and to build additional trust. We'll see you back next Tuesday at the same time with some additional playbook winning marketing plays for your business.